What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am White Citadel, and I'm here to tell you about the Xbox 720, and more precisely, 8 features that we want to see in it. And this is all based off an article IGN posted a few days ago. It's an online poll. They're allowing their readers and their subscribers to vote, and the community to really talk about what they want to see. And I agree with everything they have to offer, so I'm going to go ahead and go over it, let you know my thoughts on it. Now, the first necessity that we're talking about is the focus on entertainment. The system, and any system coming out in the future, needs to be much more than a video game system. It needs to be a home entertainment system. That means I need to be able to stream movies, I need to be able to stream games, I need to be able to surf the internet, I need to be able to do all that with ease. Even watch TV. I need to be able to watch TV channels, surf the internet, surf the TV, all the good stuff. I need to be able to do all of that on my system. It needs to be much more than just put a disc in and play a game. It needs to be an entire home entertainment system. And I think that the 720 is going to certainly take a step at that. We currently have the Xbox and PS3 have attempted to do that, and they've done a pretty good job. Netflix is on there. So far we don't really have television, and that's going to be a problem. The next generation of systems going to want to have some sort of television streaming process, more so than just Netflix streaming certain television shows. There's going to actually need to be like ESPN, HBO, all that stuff needs to be on the system. And I think we're going to get to a phase eventually where these consoles just kind of take over cable boxes and they become all you need in your living room. Imagine a world where your Xbox 720 is plugged into your TV and that's it. You don't need a cable box, you don't need a DVD player, you don't need anything because it's all in one. And I think that Microsoft and Sony are going to aim to accommodate to that possibility. So I think that that's something we don't have to worry about. I'm pretty sure they're on board with that. We'll be able to watch TV and surf the internet and do everything we want to do right on our main TV in our living room. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Now, the next feature we want to talk about, and this is a big one, is backwards compatibility. The 720 needs to have Xbox 360 games. It needs to be able to play them, and hopefully original Xbox games, because I know for one I like to go back and play Halo 1 and Halo 2 and just kind of enjoy that nostalgia, enjoy that experience again. It kind of like reading an old book. It's fun to put it away for a couple years, and then sometimes you want to pick it back up and give it another read. So it's the same way with video games. After a few years, a lot of people kind of enjoy the nostalgia of playing that old game they played a lot 4 or 5 years ago. So backwards compatibility is a must, certainly for 360 games, possibly for original Xbox games, but we'll see what happens with that. Now the next step, and this is really a pioneering field that has grown a lot over the last 2 or 3 years, and that is streaming games. Now, it's one thing to go on your Xbox, which we can do today, and download a game, but it's another to stream a game, meaning play it just totally without your hard drive using anything, without a physical copy of the disc, without downloading anything. Just literally click to play this game and stream it. And a feature that the 720 is more than likely going to have is the ability to stream games instantly, and they'll probably have features where you can rent them out and stream them and play them for as long as you want. So that's a must, and I think eventually, I'd say under 10 years from now, we're not ever going to have physical copies of anything. Movies or games, everything is just going to be done online through your certain user accounts. And I think that's going to be a really cool moment in the future when we get to a point where we no longer need to actually have a library of dozens of games, dozens of discs. Everything is just held on our account, and we can access it whenever we want. It's a lot like the Cloud Reader, if you're familiar with that. You basically buy a Kindle, and all your books from your Amazon Kindle account go with you anywhere. You can get on a computer anywhere and log into your Cloud Reader account, and all your books download instantly. And that's what we really need to move towards in the future, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the 720 become this whole account-only library where you can just bring all your games, all your saved files, everything with you everywhere. So if you went to your friend's house, logged onto your account on his Xbox, boom, you would have all your games, all your saved data, all your downloads, everything. And I think the 720 is going to move into that direction. like I said, probably not right away. I'm sure we'll have like disk at launch, but eventually I hope that everything is just kept on your account and just kind of cloud streams everywhere, and it goes with you everywhere. Now, the next thing, I'm kind of torn on this one, so I almost don't want to talk about it. That's the touchscreen controllers. I had a big video about this a couple weeks ago, and the Xbox 720 is almost certainly going to have touchscreen controllers. It's going to have an HD touchpad in the middle of the controller that will stream footage and be, an additional controller. And I personally don't like this idea, but I think it's a really smart idea on their part. The number of things you can do with a touchscreen are just endless. Like I said, inventories can be on your touchscreen. The menu could be on the touchscreen. Or you could have all your social media. You could have YouTube videos going on your touchscreen during your breaks. All sorts of stuff can be done with it. I think it's a good idea. I just hope that it doesn't take over the games and make them into this kind of childish, like imagine iPhone games. They're fun, but it's not something you want to sit down and do hours of because there's only so much you can do with a touchscreen, and it's just not as cool as a normal controller. So the next thing is wireless, and IGN wrote that they want everything to be wireless on the next 720. Your HDMI cord, obviously your power cable is not going to be wireless, but your HDMI, your controllers are going to be wireless, and I think that'll be really nice as a way to avoid the tangled mess that I'm sure a lot of you experience after you have your Xbox sit in one place for a while. It probably looks like a jungle with just tangled cords everywhere, and it's something I don't like. Now, a concern I have with the wireless HDMI is the possibility of lag, which is something I'm always afraid of with online gaming, especially a game like I'm playing right now, Call of Duty. If you have just a fraction of a second lag, you're going to get your face blown off by someone else. So when I play Call of Duty, I play with a wired controller. I don't like the wireless controllers. I don't like the battery pack on the back that kind of bumps into your fingers, and I don't like that they have this like millisecond of lag as compared to a wired controller, and I think that, believe it or not, comes into play every once in a while in intense gun battles. So I think the wireless is going to be cool, though. It's going to clear up a lot of space in your living room or your computer desk or wherever you have your Xbox. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. Now the next one, this one's extremely important, and that is social media. Now right now we have Facebook on your Xbox, and that's about it. Social media needs to really take off this next coming generation and really be a part of the games. I'm talking achievements, videos, all sorts of stuff you do in the game needs to be able to be shared to your friends on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media site's big in a couple years with just the click of a button. So if you have an insane game, you can just click one button. Your friends can see the stats. Your friends can maybe even watch a replay of it. I think all that is incredibly important because, social media has just really taken over the country and the world in the last 3 or 4 years. And everything's just kind of done through Facebook or Gmail or, well, I don't want to say MySpace, but Twitter, Google+. It's all just, it's become a massive industry. So 720 and the next generation are going to need to follow suit with that. And the next thing is something that computers have done forever and consoles have never done, and that is modifiable hardware. That is why a PC game right now looks 100 times better than the console games we have, because PCs continuously evolve as we move along. The Xbox 360 is the same right now as it was back in 2006. It's the same system. Graphics, power, everything's exactly the same as it was almost 6 years ago. So the next system needs to be able to have upgrades. Now I know that gets annoying. You don't want to buy a new graphics card every 30 seconds. You don't want to go, update your RAM. But they still need to have these upgrades so that in 6 years we're moving forward with games and we're not just staying still. And I think modifiable hardware is a really important choice. Now here's the last one, and this is the really, really big one that I've talked about before in my videos, and that is used games. There has been a serious discussion recently that the 720 is not going to allow used games because they take a lot of money from Microsoft and from the developers when someone takes their game and trades it into GameStop. So they need to allow used games or else the system's probably going to crash. A lot of people are going to hate that. A lot of people are going to jump off ship if they don't allow used games. So that is all I have now. Be sure to subscribe to the official Xbox 720 channel, and if you get a chance, come over to White Citadel Gaming, take a look at my channel. I got new videos up every couple days. I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.